Hello, welcome back to a new perspective on things, a new thinking, because I want to share with you this book that changed my life as a leader and as a person. The book is called Leadership is a Verb by CHIRIS Collins. Becoming a more powerful, effective, and balanced leader can change your life, can change the future of leadership. So, I'm going to start off with the dedication of the book. This book is dedicated to my wife Samantha, my three wonderful children, Chandler, Lacey, and Carson. Because you love me without my teeth. Chase and Ramona, you all motivate me to speak the inconvenient truth. John the Quick, the coolest man I know, and my grandfather. Jesus, both God and man, 200%. Amen to that. And amen to the person that spent their time creating this book for you and for the person before you. This book was given to me in, let's say, 7th grade, and I went to tour. I went to tour Kelvin College in Grand Rapids. In this book, it says Wyoming High School class of 2024. Unfortunately, I did not graduate from Wyoming, but I did graduate from West Alabama. There was cool people that mentored me, people that encouraged me, and people that got me out of my comfort zone. But in this book was given to me by CHIRIS Collins himself. And in every book, from every 7th grader that got this book, it said, go forth in confidence to discover what gives your life meaning, your vocation. Atlante. On my Pathway Conference, Kelvin University, April 14th, 2022. Steve Beckler, Program Director. GRCC Gear Up, Wyoming. The acknowledgement of this book says, you said you saw me speaking to large crowds. I always thought that meant I was going to be a rapper. Who would have thought this kid from the south side of Chicago would have thought this kid from the south side of Chicago would turn out to have a profit for him home? You called it. You continue to be an inspiration and influence on my thoughts and concepts about leadership. But there are folks that have higher titles and more degrees, but I would be hard pressed to find someone that's done more for the people to lead than you have. You continue to pour into the lives of your team and give them the tools and opportunity to build a career. But you are the epitome of helping people make an impact to the best of their ability. This book is for you, and you never waver in support. Your hashtag leadership is a verb. I love you, Mama, your son. And that was from CHIRIS Collins, the author and publisher of this book. I'm going to skip to the first chapter. Okay. It's not a chapter, but it's a 21, did I get that right? A 21-day challenge to be a better leader in college, in high school, or wherever you are in work, whatever the category is, This is to make you be a better leader. So day 1, adopt and resign. The great motivator and orator Zig Ziglar once said that it is our attitude that determines our altitude. The first step in realizing #leadership is a verb is to adopt and resign. Adopt a grateful attitude and resign from laziness. The best leaders work just as hard as, if not harder, than everyone else in their group. How can we reach our goals if we are constantly negative and ungrateful and lazy? We must work to reach our potential. So today, stop grumbling, be grateful, and work hard, work smarter, and most importantly, work right. That was me. I tried to put so much work into being a leader and not accepting that being a leader is to put your all into something, to help people when they didn't ask for your help. But in this other part, it says, why do so many people talk about improving, enhancing, or changing your attitude, but it never happens? Because your thoughts and attitude towards your pursuits have a tremendous impact on your results. And if we are honest, some of our attitudes could use a tune-up. Sometimes we can be our biggest hater. As great as our vision may be, it is in our nature to not only think critically, but also be critical of the vision. We have to think what is ahead in the future. We have to think, why are we here? Why do we need to be a leader? To show others that it can happen, that it's not impossible. Because it is a possibility. You can do it, and the person after you can. To fully realize your potential as a student leader, adopt a grateful attitude. I say adopt because it requires you to take something by choice into a relationship. Adoption can be tough because it requires you to make something foreign and intimately familiar. Adopting a child, pet, heck, even a highway. Highway takes some effort and a commitment on your part. Adopting signifies an intentional endeavor to get happy with yourself. Part of being an impactful leader is choosing to define your attitude, not if not others will do it for you. Okay? And I understand you're human and have bad days, but a grateful attitude can help make those days suck less. As a student leader, you have so much to be grateful for. I know I sound like your parents right now, but work with me. School, if you're in college, is only 16 hours a week. Parties every other day. Not saying you party every other day, but you got options. Athletic clubs, Greek life, reality TV, watch clubs. It's the sweetest gig you've likely had so far. Okay. Now don't get too caught up in the sweet life. Even with the best attitude, we still have to put in work to reach our potential. Adopting a grateful attitude will help you aptitude adapt to most situations. After your adoption, you have to resign. You do have to resign. And when you adopt, You have to resign to make sure that everything is right. Life doesn't come easy. And we have to take accountability for the actions that was put in front of us. So leadership is part of that. If you are a natural leader, okay, that's good. But we still have to take accountability for the actions that put us in where we are today. The next part is about resigning from laziness. With all of our modern technology, it has become easier to be more efficient and streamlined in our day-to-day work. If we're honest, we would admit that most of us are mad lazy. Not in all aspects of our lives, and not all in the same way. But we all fight the battle of laziness. Most of us never realize it because we've been doing it for so long. We tend to rely on our strengths and coast on our natural ability. The best leaders understand that in order to be truly great leaders, they must not simply rest on natural abilities, but hone them into tools to accomplish their goals. So, if you can't tone your abilities into leadership abilities, and you get lazy and don't want to do anything, and you, for instance, if you're in class, someone needs help, what should you do? You should help them. Because you might have the ability to solve a mathematics equation, or geometry, or algebra. Step up and be a leader. So quit resting on your charisma or your organization's legacy to get you up and get you by, and invest in your talents so you can excel. It takes some work, but hashtag leadership is a verb. Resigning from laziness means you commit to a process of continual refinement and development. Being a dope student leader means making a commitment to always striving to do better. Striving to do better. And right here it says, make it a process. Continual process. Don't do it once and stop. Keep doing it. Make a process out of it. And keep going on that process in a routine-oriented way. Put a commitment to it. Commit to do something better. Be better, do better, and be strong at it. With Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Hulu, Netflix, DVR, and other modern marvels, we sometimes forget what it means to do certain things. I can't remember the last time I looked up something without using Google or Wikipedia. Technology has made things more efficient and really available. This can lead to a microwave mentality where we expect things to just happen. Not so fast, my friend. Life doesn't just happen. And that, my friend, is what I'm talking about. Not the book, but in life in general. If you want something to happen, you have to work for it. You have to put a commitment to it. You have to have a process to it. And you have to make it work. Because if you don't make it work, you're not going to get anywhere. So try harder, be better, and be stronger. Use your ability, use your talent, and be a leader. Technology makes publicity more streamlined, but nothing beats good old-fashioned beating the street with flyers or going out in the community for a little shaking hands and kissing babies. There has to be balance. We have such great intentions and expectations, and we don't understand why after posting the vision for where we want to take our organization on the Facebook page and tweeting it, the entire campus doesn't get fired up and fall strategically into place, bum rushing our events, knocking down the door to join. Maybe people are just not into the bottle cap collection club. Or maybe they don't know you're collecting them for a charity to donate money for students on your campus affected by cancer. Being a more powerful, effective, and balanced leader ain't easy. It requires elbow grease and clear communication. We can't rely solely on our vision and intentions to lead us. We have to inject our powerful vision with work ethic and effectively convey our intentions with passion. To inspire others to work alongside us so we can have a balanced life and not do it all ourselves. That is the point right there. We need to have a balanced intention to be there when someone needs you or someone doesn't know what to do and you are there with that ability. And so they don't have to do it all by themselves. If you know the question, help them. Don't just tell them, but help them figure it out. And right here, just the other day, I was complaining about how long it took a webpage to load on my phone. Really? I was watching a movie with my kids and they asked, "Why is someone talking on a black brick? Is that a lunchbox with a shoulder strap?" They were talking about an original cell phone. It was at that very moment I realized complaining about how long it takes a webpage to load on my phone was ridiculous. I should be celebrating and grateful that I have a supercomputer in my pocket. As student leaders, we sometimes get caught up in the same trap. We ask, why can't we submit proposals online? Why is tweeting the meeting time not enough to get a good turnout? Or my favorite, I texted you to do it. I'm not bashing technology, but networking and socializing are still best done in person. Leadership is still best done face to face. Building one relationship at a time, it takes effort, dedication, and more importantly, passion. Your organization will not be guide your org into a position of influence, power through strategic programming, thoughtful community service, and provide solutions to meet the needs of the students on your campus. Make a poster and ask, hey class, what would be a good idea? Vote on it. Put a chart from down here and bring it up. Make different categories like drumming class, music class, or walking your dog class, whatever. Make a chart, put the name up top, and just let it grow. See what is higher, and then go from there. You will have a better chance of getting people to join when most of the chart is high up. And then if the chart is low down, don't go for that. Go for the other option. Okay, and with that leave off. Your organization will not be great just because you say it is. You have to efficiently guide your org to a position of influence and power. But provide solutions to meet the needs of the students on your campus. Leadership is work. It doesn't matter if you're a student, administrator, or CEO. So today, adopt a grateful attitude. Work hard, work smarter, and most importantly, work right. It'll be your first operating, it would be your first step in your journey to powerful student leadership and operating in #leadership is a verb. When you Get this book that I'm reading right now. Leadership is a Verb by CHIRIS Collins. You will understand what I'm talking about. It might not be for you, but it was for me. I just want to share it with you. And I took notes in this, and it says, what can you do today to adopt a more positive attitude? What can you say or do? Just for future reference, I was in 7th grade at the time of getting this book, so it's a seventh grader mind back then. I could say it's hard to be part of something, and that's true. It is hard to be part of something, but what is stopping you from going the extra mile and finding what is missing in that solution? And the second one, what bad habit or area of laziness do you need to resign from? And of course, I was around 14, 15, around there. I said, stop sitting down watching TV all day and spend time with family. That's true. I should have not watched TV all day and went and spend time with my family. And then the third one was, what practical things can you do to get and maintain a spirit of gratefulness? I said, do great things in life. And I have. I'm in my church ministry. I'm working the sound booth, and I'm in so many choirs to serve God. And then I said, now before it is too late to do, well, I said, do great things in life now before it is too late to do, because you get one chance to show yourself. So, like if you're going into a job, right? You only get one chance, one impression to show the employer that you are worthy of this position. You are worthy of this job. And the first day, adopting a grateful attitude will help your aptitude adapt to most situations. Thank you. Subscribe and comment below for more items of referencing books like this. Leadership is a Verb by CHIRIS Collins. Thank you, and hope you've enjoyed the first day.